And welcome back to the show. We're transitioning right into our third conversation for this morning, and we're going to be talking about Beer Mile 23. And to help us with this conversation, we're joined by two guests this morning, Kaya Katous, President of the National Triathlon Association, and Shanti Roches, Marketing Director for the Belize National Triathlon Association. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Let's jump right into it. And let's start with the name first of all, Beer Mile 23. Those are two things that don't normally go together, your beers and your miles, but give us some of the background. What are we talking about? What is Beer Mile 23?
So you're perfectly right, not two things that normally go together. And what we wanted to try to do was bring something new to Belize. The Belize National Triathlon Association was inactive for a couple of years locally, and bringing it back, we didn't only want to base on the triathlons, we wanted to bring people who wouldn't normally be involved or interested in sport and put a twist to it, throw in some beers, throw in some running, mix them together and see
So
what we get.
is it the bare belly people that are running?
It is anybody that can run, as long as you're willing to drink a beer after each lap.
Right. So once you could drink a beer and you can run, this is.
Do you get the beer for free?
For
Oh,
free.
yes.
You know
For
what?
free.
You guys have a long line of people running.
For free. So what happens is you pay a $10 registration fee, and it happens in the heart of downtown Belize City. It starts and finishes in front of the Belize City Hall, and it takes a very short lap. So it comes right around where the Boyne and Boyne Christmas tree will be erected, and it comes up Albert Street, and then it takes the left right behind Belize Bank and comes on Regent Street. So it's a very short lap, but four of those laps will give you 1 mile.
Okay.
So after each lap, you stop and you drink a beer. When your beer is finished, then you could start your other lap.
Okay.
I can't imagine maybe someone like me that my alcohol tolerance is so low.
Running
After the
with it.
first beer, I'll be running from side to side trying to get to the second lap. I want to know, why did you guys though decide to include that as an incentive for persons to finish it?
So, well, this is the festive season,
Uh-huh.
and or coming into the festive season at least, and downtown will be very busy on a Saturday afternoon with people buying gifts and just shopping. And we thought that we could interest some of those same people, and tell them about the Triathlon Association while they register to drink 4 free beers, and they
Right,
can
right.
also win a couple cases of beers for the Christmas to take home, should they win the event. So that was some of the things that we thought about. We sat down at our first meeting and we tried to come up with innovative things, not just the regular having a triathlon or a duathlon or targeting the youths or targeting a certain age category. I mean, we did think about all of that, but we also thought about these as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the idea arose in one of our meetings, and one of our colleagues said beer mile, I was like, I know many viewers will be, what is a beer mile? So I went on YouTube and I looked at some of the videos there, and it's super interesting. You have people vomiting in some of the videos, but it's actually, I saw some Canadian videos where it's actually a competition, and it's a big event yearly in international places. So it's, the National Triathlon Association is bringing it to Belize, and hopefully it becomes a yearly event for us as well.
What we know for certain is an event like this will have people talking, they'll have people questioning about the Triathlon Association. So aside from the event, what do you want the public to know about this association?
So we'll have a desk out there and information desk, and people can do just that. We'll also have registration forms. People can become a part of the association, and if they register out there, it's free. Annually, it's a $60 charge, but if they register out there to become a part of the association, it's free. We have our first big triathlon coming up on December 3rd, and that includes individual events and relay events for juniors and open. What we did was throw in a high school category, and we made that category free of charge, because what we want to do is get the youths interested in triathlon to see our future triathletes growing up from the high school level. And one of the things that we want to eventually do within the next 2 or 3 years is be able to get scholarships for these kids, college scholarships for them to go out of Belize, and pursue sport and an education at the same time. So this is another avenue for parents to look and say, okay, you're interested in sports. It brings something good. It's not just books.
Yeah.
Right. One of the things that came to my mind is what does the population of like triathletes and duathletes look like in Belize over the last few years? Has it grown? Are you seeing more people get into the sport or fall out? What has
So
been
it's very, very small. And like I mentioned before, the association was pretty much inactive for the past couple of years locally. We had international representation in 1 or 2 athletes, going to the bigger games. However, locally the population is small. So we're trying to build that back. And hopefully by next year when we have our nationals in June, we have done enough events to, get the interest, and within the next 5 years or so, build it. For us, it's a building phase, and it's not just hoping that at our first event we'll have, a whole lot of people. That would be great. However, we know what the reality of that is. And that is why we did different categories for this one. Like I said, we have the individual, junior, and open. And we also have the relay categories. All relays, because we also want to include the female participation. All relay teams must include 1 female. So both genders, whether it's 2 male and a female or 2 female and a male. And we also did a corporate category for the relay. So any business can, Channel 5 can throw in a relay team. We already have 2 here. You guys just need 1 more.
And also for the past couple months, the association has, we have organized events around swimming and running, just so that we could get athletes out. We could look at the athletes, their skill sets, and think about how we could build and upskill those athletes so that, again, we could go into the pool. It's going to be a bigger pool as we go into bigger events next year.
I can't help but think your comment earlier, Sabrina, that if you're trying to get or to start something with a bang, something like the beer mile is one of the best ways to do it. Because I'm following the conversation, and I can't help but think what that experience must be like, running a mile on 4 beers or on 3 beers.
Right.
I probably couldn't do it with 1 beer.
I know very few people that will voluntarily drink and do exercise at the same time.
Yeah.
But this seems like this event encourages exactly that.
I think it would be hilarious. I think it would be really funny to watch, funny to be a part of. I for sure think I'd be taken as a complete fool. But I think it would be fun too, because it's like you're drinking the beer and you're killing the calories at the same time. Yeah?
Right.
Is that the goal?
That's it.
I've seen a lot of athletes, for example, my cycling friends, we would stop, at a shop to get some water halfway through a ride, and they would drink a beer. And, they're perfectly fine with that. So I see some of those same guys running 4 laps. 4
easily.
beers easily.
Yeah, but they're like the pros at this. You're gonna ask me and Joshua to go and run on 4 beers, run a mile on 4 beers. But guys, I think it's great. I think it's the entire concept, the way that you were able to merge beer drinking, which is particularly fun, recreational drinking, with some activity, some form of workout to encourage the conversation of what the Triathlon Association is doing, to have persons get interested, get involved. I think it's a great idea. So I'm going to use this opportunity to ask you again to give us the details of when it will take place. Is there a registration fee involved? What are the details behind the actual event?
So this beer mile takes place this Saturday. Is that November 25th? Yes.
I think so.
I think November 25th. It starts, registration is only day off. It starts at 3 p.m. in front of the Belize City Hall and Regent Street. Just come out there, pay a $10 registration fee. $10 off the bat, you get 4 beers.
Yeah, it's a deal. Yeah. It's a deal in itself.
You're the head. We have partnered with Boyne and Boyne. They are sponsoring the beers. So definitely Belikin beer. And I believe it's going to be a very fun event.
Oh,
yeah. I think it'll be
very fun event.
I think it'll be fun. I think you're going to have people just purchasing beers and running across the street to go and relax too. But I think it's going to be exciting. And of course, it's for a good cause, as you mentioned. Remind us again just how persons could be a part of the Triathlon Association and to also learn more.
Want to talk about our pages, missions?
Okay, so we have Facebook page and Instagram page. You could find us Belize National Triathlon Association on Facebook and Belize_triathlon on Instagram. We share all our flyers there. We keep you in the loop of all the events that's coming up. You could also message us on the page if you're interested to be a member. And yeah, we're welcoming anybody that wants to join the association and come out on Saturday to the event. It's gonna be crazy. You don't want to hear about it. You want to be there, and we're looking forward to it.
I'd love to just watch. I might just go to just spectate. I think it's going to be fun to witness as well.
For sure.
But guys, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate the information, the effort that you're making as well, and we hope that it's a successful and safe event.
Thank you.
No puking.
No,
one
we don't want any of that.
But we're going to take another break, and when we come back, the conversation switches to human health and pharmaceutical care. Don't go away.